Hello, welcome again, Shima girls. Now, for this particular video, I would like to do a refresher course on protective styling because, of all of my newbies that are always subscribing to my channel, and I love to speak about protective styling because it is one of the main techniques that are helping us grow our hair very long to the fairy tale mythical hair lengths. Okay, so let's totally go over protective styling and why it is so important to use in our hair journeys. Now, let's be clear about one thing. Protective styles do not make your hair grow. Okay, now what protective styling does is help to keep our hair from becoming dry and thus helps prevent or minimize hair breakage and the split ends. Okay, so that's what it does. It prevents our hair from becoming dry. Remember that as black women, our hair is very dry from the time we're born. So protective styling helps to minimize this hair dryness and helps to minimize the split ends and minimize the hair breakage. Okay, but in my book, the real definition of protective styling is any style that keeps the ends of our hair hidden away and moisturized. Okay, this is what means moisturized. This is my Shima oils. Okay, this will help to moisturize your hair for a prolonged period of time, meaning anywhere from 2 weeks to even for beginners, I would allow 1 week to be a good rule of thumb, because you're just a beginner and you're getting familiarized with the protective styling. So if you use protective styling for 1 week, which means 7 days, that's cool. So anywhere from 1 week to 2 months is a good rule of thumb. Okay, so no matter which protective style you decide to use, just make sure that the majority of your ends are hidden from view. Okay, make sure that they're hidden from view. See, because for example, some ladies ask if wearing the hair up in a puff like style can be considered a protective style, and my answer to that is no, it is not a protective style. Now, why is it not a protective style? Because the ends are exposed. What did I just finish saying? A protective style is any style that keeps the ends of our hair hidden away. So if the ends are exposed, the majority of the ends are exposed, it's not really, technically it's not really a protective style. Now, if you were to proceed to at least wrap a silk scarf around the puff, then yes, that can also be considered a protective style. Why? Because the ends of our hair are hidden from view. Now, there's also another myth floating among some black women's home that wearing extensions that literally pulls on their hair / roots helps it to grow. Wow. Okay, not only is that wrong, but it is extremely damaging. Alright, extremely damaging. Remember that too much strain placed on our scalps oftentimes leads to thinning hair and hair baldness, traction alopecia to be exact. Okay, do not use styles that pull too strongly on our scalp. Okay, that is extremely dangerous and unhealthy for our hair. Okay, also, if you're going to allow a beautician or family member or friend to do your protective styles, at least please make sure you pre-detangle your hair very good. Okay, do not put your hair all detangled, all messy on somebody's hand, because they're not going to really take the time to detangle it correctly. And how do we detangle our hair correctly? From the ends on up. Okay, from the ends on up. That's how we detangle our hair the correct way. So just make sure that you have pre-detangled your hair before you put your hair in your beautician's hand or in your family member's hands or in your friend's hands. Okay, because it's gonna make it easier for them to proceed to do the protective style that you want done on your hair. Okay, Again, unfortunately, a lot of stylists out there are not known for being patient with our hair, okay, with their combing and their hair brushing. They're not going to take their time to detangle your hair the correct way from the ends on up. They're going to start from the roots on down, and they will braid the hair comb through your hair. It has happened to me. It's always happened to me every time I go and put my hair in the stylist's hands. So I'm just giving you a little special advice here to take to heart, because this is serious. You're going to totally self-defeat yourself. Even if she manages to do the protective style that you want, it's all that hair loss is going to be so huge that it's gonna be like not even worth it. Okay, now let's observe some of the best protective styles to use on our hair, to grow it longer and healthier. Okay, number one, the Shima bun. Now the Shima bun / chignon is a very simple protective style that works for any occasion. Okay, you can wear it high or low, professional or casual. It is awesome. Now just check out my Shima Hair Step-by-Step DVD to learn how to create your Shima buns, okay, using my very own Flexi Rod technique. Number two, two-strand twist. Now, two-strand twists, they work best on natural hair. This is what I love for my natural hair Shima girls to use the most, the two-strand twist, because it's also very simple to create. It's just two strands of hair and you're twisting it, okay? Now, the reason it works best on natural hair is because relaxed hair tends to be too straight and slippery to actually hold the twist in place without unraveling. Unless, of course, you use a silk covered, silk material rubber band at the tips to keep it from unraveling, then that could work. Okay, but basically the two-strand twist protective style, I would like it for my natural Shima girls. Okay, also two-strand twists are extremely versatile as well, which means you can fashion them in various ways, while protecting your delicate ends. Now, number three, the braids. Now, braids are definitely one of the coolest protective styles for both natural and relaxed ladies. So, yay! But just remember that whether your braids are all yours or that you use the cankalon hair or some other type of hair extensions to create your braids, you still need to care for your hair and scalp while you're wearing them. In my Shima Hair Step-by-Step DVD, I teach you how to shampoo your braids, during the 2 weeks to 2 month period that you're going to be using them. So make sure you have my Shima Hair Step-by-Step DVD as well, because it is extremely important. It goes hand in hand with the rest of the Shima hair products, basically. It's like I'm right there with you, teaching you how to care for your hair and do the correct protective styles and all that good stuff you need to learn so that your hair can grow longer and healthier. Now, let's take a look at weaves. Weaves! Now, weaves are also being used as a protective style, They're also being used as a protective style with a lot of black ladies out there. But my thing is, regarding the weaves, is that your real hair underneath the weave needs to be properly cared for if it is going to grow long and healthy, So if it's not being properly cared for, you're self-defeating yourself yet again. Okay, so if you're going to be wearing a weave while using my Shima oils, okay, you're going to be wearing a weave while trying to moisturize your hair with my Shima oil, I strongly suggest that you opt for the weaves that you actually braid in as opposed to the ones that you glue in. Okay, a simple weave that basically allows you to manipulate the oil into your real hair. That's what I want. Okay, let's make sure that the Shima oil actually gets to touch your real hair. If it gets to touch your real hair, you will be okay. All right, your hair will be okay. So I like the braided ones because we also using braids to, as a protective style to help us grow longer, healthier hair. So if your weave is being braided in, I totally approve, but not glued in. Okay, so okay, I hope this refresher course has been extremely helpful to my newbie Shima girls again, and also to my longtime Shima girls. Okay, I hope you learned a lot, and I wish you the best of luck again in your fairy tale mythical hair length journeys. God bless, Shima girls. So happy to be here with you ladies, helping you achieve your personal dreams of very long, healthier hair. Take care.